Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gearblock. I am continuing work on the Jeep-like SUV. In the last episode, I believe that's when I put the sway bars on, and did the front end and whatnot, the grill and the hood and stuff on it. It's not quite as close to a Jeep in looks as I would like it to be, but it's not horrible. I can go through and do some fixing and stuff. But I'm still kind of learning the game, how it works. Kind of fooling around with stuff just to slowly learn, and it's, pretty good. A side note, hopefully my microphone is picking up the fans on my computer too much because they are super loud at the moment. I've literally been thinking of how I can make a muffler for my computer. So, I'm going to remove the wheels first for a moment, because I need to make the sway bars slightly longer. Because in the last episode, if you watched that, you'll know that they kind of glitched out and caused it to dip. So I need to, like I said, make this a little bit longer. So to do this, I'm just going to move all of this stuff back a little bit. Or I need to unlock a couple things. That should select just back stuff. I need sure this is all locked into place. Okay, so I should that connect. Oh, it's still connected to the frame. Okay, so I'll move this end back first, side back I should say, and then lengthen next to that again. I can lock. Oops, I moved it. It didn't lengthen it. Alright, lock that all into place again. And then move this side back. Lock that, but unlock this so I can lengthen it. So, ooh, there goes my controller disconnecting. Ready? The locking thingy for the sway bar back, as it has unlocking bars. I would kind of like to drop this underneath it for the sake of space. So I'm going to unlock it from there, rotate it down. And then I will grab just a half whatever beam this is. I need to switch to metal, steel. Go. Shorten it, flip it upside down. So it will hold on to that for me. That into place. Make sure everything else is locked in place again. And it looks like it is. Okay. Rear wheels can go back on. And I'm also going to shorten the rear axles finally. So, lock all that again. Oops. Back. Ready. Same on this side. Unlock it all really quickly. A bit easier to see without the wheel on it. Go. Lock it all in place again. Another thing I could probably do is put the clutch gear here rather than up here. But I'm not sure that would work better or not. I'd also like to move those or smaller or something or whatever. If you have a better design for a locking differential, let me know. I could, of course, instead of using a clutch, just have the gears slide over, but that would involve a piston and more work. Using the clutch gear, it doesn't lock it fully. It still slips a little bit, but whatever. I need to shorten the front axle, which has a bit more stuff to unlock. Actually, no, it doesn't, because I don't have to unlock the inner stuff, so I will lock all that again. To make sure the two things for the front are locked. I'm also going to take the wheel back off because I forgot I still need to lengthen the front sway bar a bit. I can lock that back in again. I also need to lock tie rod, but I can do that when I'm done with the sway bar. Ready? That into place. I might as well do this now so I don't forget. I think it's just here that needs locked. Something I'll mention really quick is I was using these like knuckle joint kind of things to make an independent suspension, and for some reason it wouldn't move. Actually, I think it's the suspension that's over there. But either way, unlock that, and that, and that, and then that. This needs to move first. Here, if it'll fit, yeah. And then this, oops. I guess I should unlock it from... That one's not even attached, apparently. Okay, so that can move. That should be able to go where I want it to. Go. Move. Or rotate, whatever. That one forwards. Lock that back into place. I forgot to switch that to rotate. Okay, this should all be fine. Unlock that, and that. There we go. The sway bars shouldn't glitch out as much now, hopefully. I can put the wheels back on. Oh, now I can get to work. Oops. What is all not locked in place? Why is this not locked in? It was before. It should only be the roof that's not locked on. Looks like it's okay now, except for that. Really? Okay. That looks fine now. I'm probably just so used to doing Control A to select everything that I didn't notice before. Do I have center console? Okay. I do not. I'm going to run over to my little mini truck thingy. Okay. And grab the center console out of it. Should be good. Let's save this. Simple. Oh. Control Z to stick it back into place. Go. Yeah. This truck. I mentioned before that this truck started out as Jeep, but then I kind of changed it into a truck. And this is all the different suspensions that I've been testing with it. I haven't started testing a beam suspension, but I can't get this to work right because of space. Another thing that I might end up doing, not sure if you noticed, but with the truck, this is actually pushed back a bit. I'm tempted to do that with this, so I can move the weight back a little bit, but having the motor directly over the front axle might be helpful. Just for like crawling and going up hills and stuff. So we'll see. I might move this back, I might not. Either way, to load in the center console, but it might be too high. I might need to shorten it a bit. Yeah, it definitely needs to be shorter. Okay. And I need to turn it. So I'm going to unlock sides and switch to. I'm also probably going to switch it to plastic. Hopefully... Oh, I don't even need the sides on it anymore. And then I can shorten this up there. And this should work much better. I would like to make a better center console, but whatever. Come on. Operate. I'll stick it right there. And that should be fine. I might want to move it back by one. Like so. Yeah, that's a bit better. I'm debating on whether to put a center console in the back or not as well, but I'm not going to for now. I'm also going to change this to plastic, because Jeep to be full of carbon fiber like that truck is. Okay, I need to do steering wheel. Once I have the interior figured out, I will work on the doors and stuff. So I need to put an axle on the dash, but because of this plate here, it's not going to work how I want it to. But at this point, I can probably switch out what I'm using. Drop this down a bit more so I can see. That should just come out now. Yep. Okay. Okay. So if I put a plate here, I can likely attach top of the dash to there. And hopefully the hood will still open properly. Ooh, it might not. Okay, I can also change the hinge for the hood, so I'll just do that. And then bar for the steering wheel should now... Oh. Why? Oh, because of this plate. Okay. That also does not need to be there anymore. Stick this with that. Alright, so now that's going to work. I would like to angle the steering wheel, but it's kind of hard to with this. I also need to bring it down sooner than later. See if I can put a plate on it with where it is. No. Okay. I will use a gear. I'll just stick that there for now. I'll use a gear right there. And then I'll change the firewall a little bit. go like this. One that should work fine. Should. And then I can just use beam, fill in this hole, and get the steering wheel to pass through. I do need another plate though. I put one on the side, yes I did. Oh, and now the steering wheel shaft, or steering shaft, not the steering wheel shaft, whatever. Now pass through there easily. I'll bring it to there so it's like it's actually supported. Then bring that to there for now. Then we'll grab the gears. I will likely use gears for here. And then pulleys down lower. But we'll see. Oh, now it's actually like it's supported. I might also put pedals in it like I did with this thing. Kind of see down there, pedals. This doesn't have a gearbox in it. Need to put a shifter or anything. This back up under the front end here, and connect this together. Unlock all of this. End it. Back on. Okay. I could also make this steering more efficient. Simpler, better design, probably. But, oh well. Like, I could put the... Ooh. I had an idea. First of all, that should be steel. If I put the servo directly right here, it won't really take up much more space. But it'll be directly to the steering, which means it'll have less play in it because of gears. And I use this servo primarily for steering rather than steering wheel, just because it's stronger. Oh, that should be locked, but like this. Move that there. And then I don't know. I kind of like it here, but it would be better there. And then I don't have to do that. I can remove that. It'll just make it a little bit simpler, that's all. And then I should, even though ear teeth are like that, should be able to just go like that to hold it on. Here we go. Servo, it's held on much better. I would put the plate here. Oh, that wouldn't hold it anyway. Actually, if like this, the plate, and then another, I just duplicated the other one, but whatever. Another little plate. There. I can just mount it like that. But I might put it towards the inside rather than the outside so that it doesn't get in the way of the sway bar. If it would grab it in the right spot. There we go. The crown gear kind of clips into it, but if the game says it's going to work at it, that's also already in line. So I can just bring this all the way back, and thankfully, possibly just use 2 gears rather than pulley, because I'm pretty sure pulley's in the slip. But that would be a 16 tooth. Yep. Cool. Glad I don't have to use any pulleys. And then, just for the sake of looks and making it kind of look like it's supported, I can't do what I was going to do. I can, however, do the other half of it. I'm gonna stick that on there. Oh. Awesome. So there's the steering. I might have to invert the servo. Which I might as well test that now. Yeah, I gotta switch the way it's turning. And something supposed to turn is not. Which would be that. And then the servo has to be reversed. Actually, I'll just do that because I'm only using the inverse direction. Oh, I also forgot to get it to turn here. No, I did not. Where is it not turning? Interesting. Everything is set to turn, but it's not turning. It's not like I have a steering wheel on it that's getting in the way. Yes, putting torque on it, but not working properly for some reason. I can also get rid of this now. Is it because of this plate? That's set to turn, that is... Those don't need... That is set to turn. I'll figure it out at some point. I'm not too worried about it right now because the steering is working. Sports steering, since kind of the more normal looking... Oh. Like so. And then... I should be able to... over now. Lock it into place. And then there is this little gap here, but I can fill this in. I'll lock that into place now too. Bring this up so I can see. And then gap. I'm just going to use a couple plates. Plastic. I'll use 2 of these, and I'll need 2 more, but this one can go corner there, this one can go in the corner over here, lock those into place, and then the other ones can go on top to fill in the hole. And then the gauges can just go directly on the lower part of windshield. I need a speed and an RPM, so I can just use the 2-line display. 3x1 should be more than enough if it will go where I want it to, which it doesn't want to. Can I put a beam on here? I can. Awesome. That means it's also going to hide that gear, which I didn't really want visible. Awesome. That should go right there. Lock that into place. Actually, I might bring the beam all the way across just to kind of cover up the windshield. I also need some status light. So, remove that for a moment. Oops, I didn't mean to remove the steering wheel, but that's okay. Lights. Going to have them facing up. We need a left signal. I'll do the signals after. We need a four-wheel drive, and then the front differential and the rear differential. Well, actually, this will probably be like headlights. Okay, so headlights, left signal, right signal, and then I'll go differential, differential, and then four-wheel drive. And I will lock all of these into place. So, and then this can go on there. It's also upside down because for some reason whenever I use this, I always put it down for steering wheel back into position and lock. Okay, so headlights. I'm gonna make the doors probably number 1. So headlights will be at number 2. So headlight. Ooh, I need one for high beams as well. Toggle, seated, and it down to 5. No shadows. Set that to 2. I'm gonna set that to 4. So 2 and... no. Because the signals work off of A and D. They don't actually work properly. So 2 for headlights. And then I'll make this one the high beams. Then we've got front diff for headlights. Yeah, I'm going to use these for the signals, so left signal. And A. Only when seated. 25. This video is going to go a bit longer than I typically do again. Just so I can actually get everything I want in. Sigla, yeah. Again! Shadows. 5. Okay. Sure, this is how I want it. Left signal. I think I named that right signal. Not turn. I can't stand people that call them blinkers. Not blinkers, they are signals. You use it to signal your turn. It is the turn signal. Okay, this can be high beams. Toggle. Yes. Down to 25. Don't cast shadows. Okay, so then this one can be the four-wheel drive. Or the four-wheel drive. Which I will set to 1 is 2 is headlights, 3 will be high beams, so 4. Toggle, unseated, don't cast shadows. Okay. High beam is 3. Signal is A. Headlights are 2. Right signal is D. And then these will be for the differentials. So rear diff will be what, 5? No, 4. High beam, yes, 5, okay. Door, headlights, high beam. 4-wheel drive should be 4, so then rear diff will be 5. The way they do this is a little hard to keep track of, but whatever. And I'll just copy that, stick it there. This will be front. And cool. And then I can finish it off with this cross, so it doesn't look so weird. And there we go. Now, these should be set to 2, toggle, and cast. I want to make sure it's set correctly. Headlights. Add the S. Go. And I'm going to set this to 75. Because then the high beam can be set to a paste. That'll change it automatically. And then the left signal, which is this one. Copy that. This. Paste it there. And then, since the back has plates on it, I'm gonna kind of stick the lights on it like a normal Jeep is. To get kind of interesting. I'm gonna go like that. This will be the brake light. So the left signal, oops, left can be right below the tail light on the outside. I'll make brake light. 5 lights, S, seated, cast shadows, and I'll go to 50. And then just copy that, stick it here. I believe that's on the top of that panel, yes. Lock it into place. Then I can copy this one. Ooh, copy the info from that one. Paste it on. Oh, I copied that by accident. Copy that. Paste it onto here. Oh, there's the right signal. Make sure this one is correct as well. There we go. That's turn signals. I should also paint those. I also need a light for the running lights. That'll be the reverse light. I'll use this for the running light. So, I changed this to main lights. Set that to 2. Toggle seated. And I'm gonna have the main tail lights set to 50. Copy that. Change the name of this. Basically just that. drop it down to 25 with that. And then I can paste it onto here. Change this to 75. And then instead of having a huge list of controls, it should narrow the list down a little bit. Right. That should be main light, blah 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 blah. I can just copy it. Go. And like I said, this one is the reverse light. Then it can be 25 as well. And it goes on. Alright, lock all of these in position. Alrighty, and then paint them. Go to red. This one goes orange, and the other ones stay white. So now, if I unfreeze it and hop in, press the wrong buttons. Okay, so I also forgot to turn everything on like I typically do. Got our brake lights, left signal, which needs to be a bit brighter, and then the right signal, which still also needs to be brighter, and the backup lights, and the main running lights. Awesome. Taillights, I'm gonna set to 75, like the headlights. And then these, I'm going to switch to 50, I think. If I can get the cursor in a spot that will. These will go to 50. They're easier to see, and then this one can go down to 25. Because it doesn't need to be so bright, it's just like a marker light. It'd be nice to have proper turn signals and stuff, but this is fine for now. Alrighty, still just like a normal Jeep, it just has like a light pod on the back. I would like to have a side light, but I'll put that on the fender. I should also make sure I color these signals, headlight, high beams, and then that'll be the differential locks. Okay. So this, change the camera to inside, the headlights, high beams, differential lock, four-wheel drive, rear diff, and front diff. Okay, awesome. What else could I quickly do? I should put the high beams in. Which, as I said, I might just as... See, I could switch this to the high beam and make the main lights just small ones too. So, let's copy the main light from back here. That's the brake light. Oh, that's not locked. There we go. Okay. Oh. Main lights. Copy. Switch lights to that, but up it to 75, and copy it again. Put that there. I just copy it like this, fine. Those are now the main, like, normal headlights. And then if I go in here, copy the high beam, lower it so I can actually see it. High beam. Copy. Switch these to the high beams. And set it to full. Oh. Looks kind of funny, but whatever. There we go. It now has most of the dash and almost all the lights that I want. I'm going to stick the angle sensor in somewhere. Probably put it there. If I grab a plate, attach it to the motor. No, I can't do that. Okay, where can I stick that? As it does need to go here. I'll just bring the bar off to the side. Or beam, whatever. It should fine being plastic for now. That should work just fine. That will give me RPM. And then the overall speed. I will put, might as well just stick it here. Make sure this is locked. Connect dash panel as well. And then change this to speed and then RPM. RPM isn't really needed. I just like to have it because it's good to know what the motor's doing. So that's basically it for logic stuff. It's so much simpler than scrapping. What else would I like to do for the interior? Not like I can put speakers or anything. I would like to have pedals. So I'm simply going to copy these ones. Which that is locked. Oh. I will just do this. Throttle. I'm just gonna call it the go pedal. Go pedal. And then that, let's bring it back to where it was. And then well, this one's up pedal. Not. There we go. Stop. And back again, like so. And then I can just simply load them in for the truck. And it should automatically work. Make sure they're in the right spot for the feet. Yep. Okay. Should all work nicely. There's something stopping the steering wheel from moving. I don't know what it is. Since I adjusted the sway bars, I want to make sure that they actually work now. And the headlights. Oh. Headlights aren't working. I probably didn't turn them on. Here we go. Headlights, high beams. Oh, really? Why are these not working? Oh, okay. That makes because I didn't set them up properly, apparently. Copy. Ah, really? I do that way too often. Okay, copy. Paste. Yep. Paste. Or these only go to 75. Not 100. Or 1.75. And then I'm going to make sure that the one in the interior is still set properly. Yes, okay. Lock the pedals in position, because I forgot to do that. Alrighty. There we go. Now we've got lights that properly work. Cool. Sway bars are doing their job so far, it looks like. Looks like the front end might be stuck for some. Nope, it's all good. Alrighty, and then if I... Maybe it is stuck on something. Did I mess it up somehow? Did. There we go. Now if I back up, it flexes that much. And if I undo the differentials, remember what buttons they are. Balance the front, balance the rear. Go. It flexes more, and it's not glitching out and killing me anymore. I think the steering is messing up though. For some reason I should... Ooh. Steering is hitting the sway bar now. That is not good. Okay. I will need to adjust that, but I will do that in the... because this one's getting to be a bit long. Yeah. The Jeep like SUV now has lights and dash and whatnot. It only took almost an hour to do a bit of stuff, but whatever. I could probably the sway bar around, but then I think it'd be in the way of this, which means I would have to move back, which would be okay because I kind of want to do that anyway. But the sway bar should go forward. I will figure something out for this. Excuse me, I don't want to have to move this forwards any more than it'll... So, I could just move sway bar back to where it was, because the front sway bar wasn't really causing me issues, it was the rear that was causing me issues. But, I'll look into it in the next video. So, either way, I also need to make sure the hood works at some point, but whatever. As usual, if you have any tips or tricks, feel free to let me know. Any advice? Always helpful. And, as always, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.